When people talk about Batman, they usually talk about the symbol, but what always interested me about Batman Begins is that it's not really about the symbol, it's about the man before it. Sit with me, let's talk about Batman Begins. A lot of Batman movies explore the character and a lot of them are great. Others, not so much. But this one feels different, and part of that is because this is no one's version.
When I went to make the first film, it was very important to me that we never even talk or think about doing another film. It's like, okay, we put everything we've got into Batman Begins. We make the best film we know how to make.
His idea of who Bruce Wayne is before he becomes Batman. And that matters, because most of the time we don't really stay there. And I think it starts exactly where it should, with fear, with Bruce and the Bats. Or the Bat and the Man, you know, the Bat and the Man. Anyway, his journey starts when he's just a child. He falls into a well. And suddenly he's surrounded by bats. And it's not just fear in that moment, it's the kind of thing that stays with you, like a nightmare that keeps following him. He's heard the words, "Why do we fall?" So we can learn to pick ourselves up. And now he has to experience what that actually means. But before he can, everything changes. His parents are killed, and the young, afraid boy starts to feel lost, disconnected from the world around him. So he tries to make sense of it, and in doing that, he builds his own answer, or at least something that feels like one, a revenge. That becomes his goal, his purpose. For a while, he believes he understands what he has to do. Revenge feels right. Someone took his parents, so he takes something back. But that idea doesn't survive reality, because when the moment comes, it falls apart. And that's where things start to shift, because now he's not certain anymore. Again, he's lost. And the more he looks for answers, the less clear things become. Alfred wants him to carry on the family legacy. Rachel wants him to face reality. Falcone shows him how the world actually works.
Now that's power you can't buy. That's the power of fear.
And all of them make sense, just not to him, because none of them are his. And instead of finding answers, he ends up with more questions. So instead of staying there, trying to fit into something that doesn't feel right, he leaves. Not because he knows what he's looking for, but because he knows it's not here.
There's a man here who has put his own life on hold, who's driven by this great pain and desire for revenge, and he's a very damaged man.
And that's where his journey really changes. Because now he's not trying to prove anything, he's trying to understand. And for the first time he steps into the world he's been judging from the outside. Lives in it, sees it from the inside, just survival. And that's where he finds himself, surrounded by people who have already accepted that world, people who live in it. And for the first time, he's not looking at it from the outside, he's inside it. And that changes how he looks at everything. Because now, it's not simple anymore.
You're a criminal. What was the fun you want? Tell that to the guy who owned these.
And when you reach that point where nothing really makes sense, someone like Ra's al Ghul makes sense. Because he doesn't leave things open, he gives an answer, a clear one. The world is broken, and if something is broken, you remove it. Start again.
A man lost in the scramble for his own gratification. He can be destroyed or locked up.
And after everything Bruce has been through, that kind of certainty feels right. Like finally there is a direction. He can see a way out. He's not stuck there anymore. He's finally starting to climb out of that well he's been in for so long. And for a while he follows it, because it works. And after everything Bruce has been through, that kind of thinking makes sense. It gives shape to everything he's been carrying. He learns how to fight, how to disappear, But more than that, he learns how to become something else. Not just a man, something people fear.
You make yourself more than just a man.
And that idea stays with him. But the closer he gets to it, the more something doesn't sit right. Because Bruce has seen that world. He's lived close to it, and he knows it's not that simple. And he knows people aren't just one thing, not just broken. So when the moment comes and he's asked to take a life, he stops.
I'm no executioner.
Not because he can't, but because he won't. Because for him, it's not about starting over. It's about what you do with what's already there. And even with Russ, it doesn't go all the way. Because when he saves him, it's not about proving him wrong. It's about giving him a chance to change. And that's the difference between them. Ra's al Ghul believes you destroy and rebuild. Bruce believes you stop before that line. And maybe you give something a chance. So when the moment comes, he makes a choice. Not because he can't go through with it, but because he won't. And that's the difference, because everything before that was him trying to find an answer. This is the first time he decides what his answer is. And that changes everything, because now he's not reacting anymore. He's choosing. And that's where Batman comes from. Not just fear, not just training, but a decision to become something else. Because as a man, he can be destroyed. And when he comes back, he's not looking for a way out anymore. He's already found one. What matters now is what he does with it. Because everything up to that point was about finding an answer. But now he has to decide which one is his. And that's where things change, because he doesn't go back to who he was. The version of Bruce that reacted, that followed anger, he leaves that behind. And instead, he built something else. Something more controlled, something intentional, because now he understands something clearly.
As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol.
As a man, he can be destroyed. But as something else, he can become more than that, not by escaping the world, but by choosing how he exists in it. And that's what Batman is, not just a symbol of fear, but a decision, a line, where he chooses to stop and what he refuses to become.